All right. Hello and welcome to Business in Lahles, a session 15, I believe. Just double checking that. Yep, 15. Wow, it's going by quick, but it seems that the past couple weeks went by slow because we didn't get to play because of holidays. Sad.
Yeah, what a waste.
But with that in mind, I guess we have a little bit to catch up on. So let's go ahead and start with Krev. How was your couple weeks off?
Was mostly just hanging out with the family for holidays, but it was good. Having time off. I haven't had that much vacation in a long time. Although I'm kind of Daytona'd out now because there's nothing in Daytona. I'm glad to be home and glad to be back to D&D.
Well, that's good. At least you got to spend some decent time with the family.
Yeah.
What about you, Reckon? It was the first Christmas and New Year's and stuff with the baby, so I'm sure that was fun.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was only just under 2, so he won't remember anything. So I think next year might be a little bit more fun.
Plus, I think it's more for you and the lady.
Oh yeah, for sure. And plus, what do you get a 2-month-old baby, right, for Christmas?
You get yourself gifts like diapers and wipes.
Stupid questions. Like, I mean, the fireworks for children, small, like, I don't know what they call, balls that they throw and they explode. What are they called in English?
Crap. What are they called? They're like little teardrops made of white paper.
Yeah, exactly.
The poppers.
That's it.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah, they're
Snaps?
snaps.
Oh.
I'm sure it's a wonderful idea.
You just give him some of those.
Okay. I will work on that.
but yeah, it was nice. It was just the 3 of us for Christmas because Isaac went with Dad for Christmas Day, so very non-traditional Christmas dinner and sous vide ribeye. It's very good.
Nice.
Well, that sounds amazing.
Well, we did a prime rib, so I mean,
Ooh.
it's basically a giant ribeye, just cooked at once. So.
Onyx, how about you?
It's been really busy.
How's the puppy?
She's great.
She's a perfect little angel.
We gave her a bath. She hated it, but she's fine.
That's true. We gave her first bath. She was not excited. She was very upsetty spaghetti.
Was he like yelping, or was it just like sad panda eyes?
It's just
Shaky
sad panda
and,
eyes.
wants to hold on to me.
Just looking at us like, why would you do this to me?
And I had to get in the tub with her, so.
I feel like my dog does the same thing. They just have like that look of being defeated upon their face when you're giving them a bath.
Yeah.
Do you give cats baths? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
So for you, that's just like flooding the bathroom, tossing in soap, and then closing the door, I'm guessing.
Well,
that would look hilarious.
There's without getting into too much detail, it's like when a cat reaches a certain age, they're not going to use the energy to clean themselves, so it's nice to give them baths. And you have cats that, like, let's say, like, they're sick, so they're not cleaning themselves, so, like, that's when you'd kind of give them a bath. But then, obviously, if they're sick, you need to take them to the vet. But, there's a couple of reasons why they wouldn't clean themselves, but it's not very often that you would do it.
Nice.
Trace?
How is it I normally do this? Like, I give a good for each week, so it'd be good, and Happy New Year's.
Well said. Well said. Well.
I mean, you have to share that meme with the stream, Kyle. That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thank you, Christian.
But I don't have an iPad.
That's not an iPad. That's a fucking clipboard.
Yep.
It's a picture.
Oh, it's a okay. I see it now.
He printed out the chat. He printed out a picture of the cat and put it on a clipboard.
See, what I did was I actually printed out your guys' character art when it's been coming in. So as you can see, we have Onyx's new art update along with Reckitt's new art update. Next
Ooh.
coming in, I believe, is Krev, then Trace, and then everyone will be all done.
Nice.
Nice.
Well,
So that instead of having pictures of us over your fireplace, you printed out our characters and put
Yeah.
those over your fireplace.
yeah.
That's way
So-
better.
Which character did you put in the middle or the position of honor?
Oh.
So you have to put Krev in the middle because they like go by height.
Oh,
Unless like I cut him out, then I could like hide Krev behind like a leg or something.
Just
wow,
put
you're
like insert like a dresser, and then me like my head sticking out.
damn. You doing Krev dirty?
Well, I just thought of an idea. I'm gonna have to write it down, and then Krev, I'm gonna need to know when your birthday is so I can send it to you.
Alright.
Well, I know it's been a couple weeks, but I'll open it up to the floor for each of you guys to give a bit of a recap. But it's not that much to recap, to be honest. So should be easy.
Well, I'm blank as usual, so.
Well, so Trace came back to us while we were yet in the darkened caverns of the Niacinma Mountains.
The darkest dungeon.
No, that's a different thing. Although my background does leave an opening to go into the darkest dungeon, but that's a different thing. That actually did influence me when I was writing that.
Nice.
So we delved deeper, searching for an Umber Hulk, and we killed, I believe, we killed one in the hallway. We happened upon, and then we happened upon another 3 when we came back to the hub room all at once. I literally stumbled into the battle and got downed in one turn. It was fantastic. Loved it. Would absolutely do it again. 11 out of 10. We through I'm guessing pure fucking luck. All of us managed to survive the battle. Killed 3 additional Umber Hulks, and then we said, you know what, we're good, and then we left.
Yeah.
I think we said we're gonna at least short rest at a minimum.
Yeah,
Before
Yeah,
maybe
you
coming
guys
back.
had gotten at like the end of the session. You guys had gotten your short rest, waking up on the morning of April 15th in the mining camp. Anybody else have anything else to add?
I'm really surprised that none of us died. I was really.
We almost got lost coming back, but Trace had that never gets lost thing, I think,
Yep.
that got us out.
It's my
It was
favorite.
really just exploring the mountains and killing those things, I'm pretty sure. Can't think of really anything else.
I don't even think anybody found anything interesting because we were exploring places that we had previously already been, so it wasn't really expected.
No,
So.
but our goal was just to kill some Umber Hulks, right?
Really,
That was the
yeah.
goal, yeah.
And we did that 4 times.
I mean, I'm sure there's still more, which, we got to figure out if we're just going to come back after short resting or not. But
Did we bring back some proof that we killed them?
A lot of Umber Hulk pieces.
Okay, good.
I mean, I could probably toss one of their skulls onto a desk if you really want me to.
I think that's a good signaling value, right? Like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
well, we also have the cart too with some of the mined stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
The
And
gems or whatever it is.
We also have the what is it? The amulets from the surviving members, and I don't think we brought back any of the dwarven miner corpses, but we found them all.
Right.
So we can at least identify where they are.
So I think we were gonna try and first go to Samira and ask her, or basically tell her what we did, and see if we can get more feedback from her, see if she might be able to work a deal with us.
Yeah.
Probably involving the removal of Bragdar from the lead
I
of
mean,
the.
we use that word amicably. I mean, I don't plan on killing him.
Oh no, nothing like that. I meant just having him step down. But again, that's
I'm sure.
that's something we're gonna have to have them negotiate probably with each other. But it's probably
Absolutely
gonna
not.
involve
We
her
lie about
going
it.
there. Oh well, I guess we could do that, and
If
then
we
have
could,
the two of them sort that out once they get there to help. But
Yeah, that was pretty good.
yeah, that's true. We could always let them sort that out if she does show up there.
if we can get her to walk 300 miles to the town, then we've already won. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's true.
If we can just get her to show up, then they can figure that out once we get there.
Well, hopefully this raises her opinion of us and lets her at least talk to us.
Like, if we get her all the way there, what the fuck's she gonna do? Walk back?
I mean, regardless, we've potentially reopened their minds and the income of Mito. So.
Well, you guys pretty much hit everything that I had written down. So you guys ready to get into the game? See what we find out and uncover for the night?
Was that enough XP to level up?
No.
I think we still need 1,300 XP.
I had you guys at 5,400, so it was 1,100 to level.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
I also still have your name, the party name, as potentially the Bloodhawk.
Band.
And then the note that I made myself for your birthday so far. But other than that, as the sun begins to peak over the Nyasima Mountains, making its way over the eastern horizon, the sun begins to warm each of the tents where you all took your sleep and spent your night. Everyone pretty much besides Kadir not sleeping like a freak. But each of you are up and ready to go on the morning of April 15th as we near 7 a.m.
Did I get to do my my crafting check? I hate to start with that. But...
No, you did not actually. So, if you would like to, let me see where I actually have that last note. Oh, I had you that you were done.
I was done with what?
Your quarterstaff.
Nice. Okay. So, in that case, my next question: do I have diamond, or does the gem hoard that we have, does it have diamonds in it?
You didn't see any that resembled any diamonds, no.
Okay.
But yeah, I have that. You were done. I have it written in my notes that you had rolled a 9, 25, and a 22, which came out to be a +1/+1 quarterstaff.
All right. So I plan on using this for the base to create my my rod once once I get all the necessary pieces together for that.
Yeah, sounds like a great idea.
And actually, if this doesn't, if they don't, those don't count as magical weapons, do they?
No, just like better crafted, like just like the same as Trace's longbows that he had made.
Okay. In that case, You know, let's do it again. I'll try to make another quarterstaff and try to make this one better. I'll use that as like the and actually I'll recant on that. I won't use that as my base. I'll take the quarterstaff and walking over to Rekid, I'll present it.
That's a nice stick you got there.
Yes. Well, it would be a shame for it to go to waste. I'm not much good for the hitting people in the face with sticks, you see.
That is a pastime of mine.
Yes, I suppose this would do well in your hands then.
For me?
Well, I must admit, I had selfish desires for it. I had other intentions, but, well, being that I don't sleep often, there's always more time on my hands, and I think this could be yours. For you.
Surely I should compensate you for your time.
Your company is enough compensation.
Oh, you.
And I'll blow him a little kiss.
I will, hold on. 1 second. Deflect missiles.
It's like, does that mean you're throwing it back at me? Like, but wait, you have to spend a key point for that, do you not?
Never mind. I'll just.
Dang, checkmate.
Got him. Yes. Please feel free to add that to your inventory. That being said, I would like to spend my night making that wood crafting roll.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me your check.
D4 and what it
Ooh, nice. A 4 on the D4.
and that.
Oh, well,
11.
nice D4 roll.
Thanks.
All right, so yes, it is the next morning. So if you guys, after completing the short rest, need to roll any hit dice, go right ahead. You'll after the night of working on your quarterstaff, Kadir, you'll need 24 hours of time left of time.
Okay, so I didn't really make any progress.
Well, you knocked off 8 hours.
Oh, it used to, okay, that's fine. The first one I think took me 24 hours total as well.
Did it? I had it at a 32, unless I misread it. Let me double check. Yep, you're right. So then you'll need 16.
Nice.
Anybody else have any hit dice they'd like to spend before we get moving on?
I only had one to spend, unfortunately.
I'm full life. So.
I would share with you if I could, because I mean,
Same.
my animals don't need the roll hit dice technically. My shapeshifts.
I must ask, is anyone in the party still wounded?
Yes.
How much?
Well, after that short rest, I am now at 23 of 33.
You get one back, remember, after a short rest too.
Yeah, but I started that short rest with 4 of my. Or I'm sorry, with. Wait, what were we? 4. Yes. So I started that short rest having already used 3 of my 4.
I cast level 2 cure wounds on you.
Oh dang!
So grand total of 7 HP.
Thank you.
We get the Song of Rest.
I
yes.
forgot.
So yeah, that'll probably top you off then. So that's an extra D6.
Does Erica roll that?
No, you do.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure. Erica, would you like to roll that?
Sure. 1 second.
Here comes that 6.
I don't know.
Here
about
comes that 1.
It's a
I'm
5.
wanting
It's a
to roll as
5.
well, so.
It's a 5.
better IRL.
Actually, you should probably just you should probably roll it yourself. She's not
Yeah.
in quite yet.
Well, because it won't let me log in.
It logged her out.
I told you it was a
Really?
5.
There we
right?
go.
It always
That works.
logs me in.
Nice.
Fucking nice. All right, I'm marking myself as down a spell slot.
I am full HP though. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, of course.
How are you on spell slots, Graf?
Sorry.
How are you on spell slots?
Oh, let's see. I think I only use one spell.
Okay.
I think I use the spike growth.
I was just wondering if you were in dire need of a long rest or not. I guess we're not. Well, Wrecked can't really take a lot of damage before we need it, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah.
I would get a couple of spell slots, and I would also get well, shit. Actually, I would get 2 spell slots, a cast of Hex, and a cast of Misty Step Back. So, I mean, I think we are safe to go forward.
Real quick, was that quarterstaff a +1 or a +2?
One.
One.
Got it. Thank you.
Oh, Kadir, as you give Rekid the quarterstaff and everyone else begins to, like, reconvene with each other, you can see that Jorny and the others have already broken down the majority of the campsite, and you can hear him shouting a couple of orders. Come on, the quicker we get all this down, the quicker we can get back to work. I just have to go send in these supplies and then hire more miners. Ah, you're awake, I see. How are
Yes.
each of you doing this morning?
Fine. We cleared those evil things from down there.
Yeah, you were telling me last night. The other day, we've even sent people to go ahead and report what you all have done with the gnolls.
Oh, I'm very sorry. It's been a long night. It felt like 3 weeks.
Oh yes, I completely understand. It seems like everything goes by really fast, or really slow, depending on how you look at it.
Well, would you be so kind to spread the word to say that we did this?
I already been sending out others to go get it done. Samira back at the guild should be hearing about it, well, if not already, within a few moments' time.
Wonderful.
Yes. Well, we will accompany you in the cart back to town.
Oh. Well, we'll just need about another hour before we're ready to go, but if you all are willing to do such a thing, that'd be mighty, gracious of you to keep a lookout for us.
It would be a shame to save all these gems and then for something to happen on the way back. To be fair, you would be a prime target.
Kind of like raise an eyebrow to you and like place like a finger to his lips and go, right. Anyways. And as he kind of like looks out towards you as he turns out of the corner of his eye, Kadir, say, we'll just need a little bit of time. If please get your things ready to go, and we'll be out of here before you know it.
Yes, of course.
Well, just around 8 a.m., if you guys don't need or want to take care of anything in particular, as soon as everyone's done packing up their stuff, loading up the carts, getting on the mounts and all that good stuff, and making their way back to Mito.
Yep.
I'll make breakfast for the group.
Oh, wonderful.
Fried Umberhulk.
Actually, there was a large slice that we cut off yesterday, so yeah, that seems likely.
Leftovers it is. I guess technically even the rations are leftovers, right? Kinda.
I mean,
Veal
yeah,
prep? I don't know.
They would be. I
Does it
would.
really say what they even are? I don't know if we know. Like what
I'm sure it
rations
can be
are.
whatever you want it to be.
I think it's usually a variety of nuts and berries and dried meat. Or maybe that's just like flavoring that I've heard somewhere one time. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I mean, it makes sense. It's like hiking, rations basically.
You said that
right?
it's flavoring. Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Bup, bup.
Uh,
Wonderful breakfast, but it needs more rapid.
Is
I
that
guess we
going to
just
be-
like we're just sitting up. We don't have anything we need to do, right?
Not really, no.
I make sure to feed my snake, by the way. Kyle, I think it's been a week since I got food last now.
Yeah, it's
We
been
gotta
a
put
little
our-
time.
pens on, or I can't remember. We gave our pens up, didn't we? When we only left. We have to get new ones when we come back into town, I assume.
I think so. But the fact that we're coming back with them, maybe we can be exempt from that. I don't know.
Well, we're not part of their guard or guild, so I'm sure we're still not allowed to cast spells.
Yeah, that's
Probably
fine.
not.
At least until we're cleared, by her. Samira.
Well, if there's anything that you guys would like to talk about before I continue, but other than that, just making your way across, taking you about half the day before making your way to where you see the lines waiting to get inside of Mito.
Oh, I'll bring up the name of the group. So, I had mentioned to you all, we could perhaps, I don't know, strike up a name for ourselves. Has anyone thought of anything more interesting?
Sort of making our own guild in a way.
Well, not necessarily. We can still be part of a guild. I'm just merely saying our own personal branding, make ourselves more unique, known.
Well, it could
That
be
way-
useful. Maybe think of ourselves as mercenaries. Obviously, when we mentioned we were part of the Cornsilk Rat Guild, it didn't hold over too well here
Yes,
with
ain't that-
Ragnar. So maybe
ain't
having
that
our
the
own
truth.
independent entity might be a good idea.
I don't like marking myself as a mercenary.
Well, not necessarily a mercenary, but our own
I'm
independent
just
group.
saying it shouldn't be part of the name. It shouldn't be like Tracer's Mercenaries, for example.
Oh, no, I'm not saying it needs to be like that. I'm just saying having our own unique group to differentiate ourselves. So we don't have to say, hey, I'm with this guild, and then find out that they hate that guild,
Would be smart.
My personal suggestion is the Band of the Bloodhawk.
What's a bloodhawk?
It's a bird. Ferocious, hunts in packs. And, well, regardless of how many you strike down, they always come for you. They always land their kill. Avengers of sorts.
Well, I'm just thinking here, right? There's 5 of us. How about the Fantastic Five? Never been used before. Very original.
It's like TM.
How about this? The Avengers.
What's
Wait,
that? Oh, what's that, Kyle? The stream's getting the ban hammer.
Demonetized? No.
It's like Disney coming in.
Knock, knock. Oh, open up.
And we're offline.
But honestly, Katia, I must admit, I do fancy that name. It's very, unique. I like it. I would have preferred Nighthawk instead of Bloodhawk, but anyhow.
Plus, I can think of some pretty sick flag ideas. Every good group needs a flag, a banner. Now, I don't necessarily want to carry it into battle, but something we can be recognized by.
Well, the name definitely does scream mercenaries, though. So we just need to be
yeah.
careful of that.
I Trace wonders for a moment. I think rabbits. How about blood rabbits? Huh?
It's like, yes, the ferocious blood rabbit.
We're in Monty Python here. The
It's
holy
like-
hand grenade.
No, that's a divinity thing.
Yeah.
Got him.
In
Well,
all
I mean, that
serious-
was a thing in the Monty Python. Remember the
Yeah, I
rabbit
know.
that was murdering everybody?
but in all seriousness, Trace would actually think it's a good idea.
Very well. If well, I'll see what I can do. We need. I'll come up with something to make it special. I'm sure.
Wonderful.
What was the new name idea, by the way, that you landed on?
Band of the Bloodhawk.
So that's a spin-off of Berserk too, I think.
Yep.
Band of the Hawk, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like, don't worry. The leader of the Band of the Hawk definitely does not kill everyone else. It's fine.
Yeah, yeah. Or the leader's not a sociopath. It's okay.
Absolutely not. In fact, he's very nice, and and does not fuck the princess. It's true. Look it up.
Well, as you guys are coming to a close on the conversation of potentially what to name your group, you'll hear Jorny kind of speak up and say, "Oi, look at that bloody hell line. Ugh. Hold on, just follow me. We're going right to the front." And leading the way, just going around the line and then up to the guards. One of the guards will place their hands up and say, "Halt! What do you think you're doing? Oh, get the fuck out the way. We're back to report to Samira, and the mines have been cleared. It's like fucking job." And kind of dumbfounded, this guard will look and say, well, we're gonna need to check. Oh God, fuck yourself. We're going in." And then just pushing past the guard standing there and just like mouthed agape as you all are led into the city of Mito.
I knew there was a reason we chose to come with you, Johnny.
Yeah, I was curious if you guys are gonna wait for him to see if you could get the nice little bonus from having them with you.
Sounds good.
So making your way in, Jorny will say, are you all coming straight to the guild with me, or are you looking to take care of other business before making your way?"
Guild.
Absolutely not. We're coming with you.
They might not let us in the door otherwise.
Yes, we are not what you would say is favored individuals. I'm sure you understand, Johnny. We're very scary people, apparently.
Well, I don't see why you wouldn't. What the hell did you all do?
Another place, another land.
I pull out one of the arrows from my quiver and say, "You know what this is? It's called an arrow." But I
Yeah.
stop talking. It kills stuff.
So what?
We killed Umberhold. That's all we did.
Well, do you want a rabbit or something? Like I don't get it.
I mean, I never turned out a rabbit in my life. You know that.
I don't know if he knew that. I think he was making a joke.
Yes, he's still learning the common tongue.
Guild.
Well, okay, let's get there. It's just past midday, so we should have a good chance of seeing Samira in the hall before they retire for the night.
Good.
Wonderful.
Who's doing the talking this time?
Well, I guess me.
I think that's appropriate.
Trace points at Gadia at least.
Yes, I would recommend so.
All right, well, second verse different from the first, perhaps?
What's up, bitches? We killed your baddies. Like,
Um,
All right, so as Jorny leads the way, making the way down the city streets, eventually the familiar three-storied guild hall comes into sight. Which first you begin to see the second and third floors made of the dark polished wood, and then the first story made of stone. Making your way in, you begin to hear a bit of commotion inside. It seems that everyone here is having a cause of celebration, as most of the patrons in the tavern begin to are drinking, uh, cheering along, and having quite a good time.
Do we see what is it? I gotta pull that up my notes. Nalra North.
As you take like a look around, you will see Naldra and Orth sitting in their same usual spots, just outside of the doors leading into the hall. You see the doors closed and only two. Yep. All right. Yeah, that is a two. Okay, two people waiting outside to be let in.
Shall we walk up and say hello to our friends?
Yes.
Yes, why not?
What do they appear to be celebrating? Anything like, are they yelling anything? Or can I hear anything? Any small talk? Maybe.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
There are gems falling from the sky.
I mean, maybe it's Christmas. I don't know. 11.
No, you're not able to pick up anything in particular. People bragging about things that they had done, taking out a few kobolds and bugbears, things of that nature. You do hear a couple of people bring up something about the mines, but you're not quite sure what it's about.
Oh, I whispered to my people.
How would they even know that something's happened? Like, we haven't told anybody.
Well,
I guess
we
the
were-
guard.
Yeah, we were told they were giving word.
They brought word back before we did. They left earlier in the morning.
I thought that was him, that he was going to do it by himself. I didn't realize that they had sent people. Okay.
Yeah, they had sent 4 runners.
Okay, sorry, I missed that part. I
Okay.
thought that was just the dude sitting out front.
Matt's like, these guys got texting.
Yeah,
Yeah, they over here casting sending.
for real.
Wow.
Spell is OP, yo.
I mean, it basically is texting.
Yeah. No,
It's
sending
like-
is super good in this.
There's a there
game
you can only
format.
send 20 words. There's a character limit,
Yeah,
and the
it's
reception
still
is
really
awful.
good.
Well, as you guys make your way over to Orth and Naldra, you'll hear Orth pop up. Well, look who's back.
Back again.
Well, it seems that each of you have completed your task, or what you set out to do, anyways. Naldra tacks on to the end.
Yes, it was a wonderful time, to be sure.
Any news?
Have you seen a number Hulk before?
Not in person, no.
I think we killed how many? Was it 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we counting the babies?
Trace goes up behind the Cody and whispers, This is the point where you put the head on the table.
No, not quite yet. We're waiting for Samira.
Oh, right.
Well, we killed quite a few of them.
Any luck finding our guild members?
Yes, we would like to meet with Samira to discuss the findings. Is she how is she doing today?
Probably the same. Probably going to be much happier to see Jorny here. Obviously, he wouldn't be back without any good news. Yeah, If I stayed there any longer, I'd probably go crazy and go into the mine myself. Seemed that the ones that you sent before had, well, let's just say they didn't cut it.
I suppose that is a word for it. Yeah, here is hoping that that her seething hatred for us has passed. Yes. To future business.
Good luck. And you'll see the red fox kind of like pop out from his like shirt and just like place its head like up on the collar. And he'll say, Ethan, and give it like a little piece of bread. Well, I'm not fucking waiting for any longer. I gotta get back to work. Dwarf's not mining. What the fuck am I good for?
Very well. You said you are speaking to Samira?
Yeah, you're all looking to speak with her alone or perhaps with me?
Oh, we'll tag along with you for sure.
And he will just begin to make his way up towards the door where the person in the front is standing, just waiting patiently. And Jordy will give him a bit of like a look as he kind of like puffs out of his chest a little bit, and the guy will like look, and then kind of like look down and say, yes? I'm going next. The line just, it's only a couple people. I said I'm going next.
If perhaps you do not wish to continue your mining career, I'm sure we could find another job for you, Johnny. It might even be more exciting.
Johnny, listen later.
I forgot. Sorry. I forgot for a moment. Is the kitchen close by?
Yeah, and he'll like just point, and like when you turn, you can see like plates being served from like a little window breakfast nook area where a couple barmaids and bartenders are grabbing the fruit and drinks and bring them to the tables.
I quickly go to the window and like get like a detective of one of the barmaids and say, "Bring me a rabbit to Samira's room, please." And I throw her a gold coin.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. And I return to the party.
You probably could have gotten away with a silver piece. You know that, yes?
I'll pull out the 2 coins. I have so many of them.
Very well. I suppose wood is worth more to you than metal.
Yes. Can we enter now?
Just as you ask that question, you actually hear a shout from inside the hall. Next! Or send him in! And then just after a couple seconds goes by after that's you heard yelled out, you see the doors open and a human male comes out, pretty rough looking, not just physically, but looks emotionally beaten down too, as his head is drooped down, eyes just directly down to the floor, almost appears to be pouting in a way as he makes his way out of the hall.
I say heavy flu, right?
Yeah, I guess. Good luck.
All right, I'll step in.
Follow along, but I leave the door like slightly open so the barmaid can get my rabbit in here fast.
You have priorities, man.
I do.
All right.
Yes. Who do we see in the room? If you don't mind me asking.
So as you step in, torches kind of lit to give a bit of light, along with a fireplace, giving like a little bit of like that just nice comfort warm. It's not like a roaring fire, but a nice slow burning. The only person in here, as you stare and take a look around, is Samira, sitting at her desk, scribbling on some parchment and flicking through some books.
Ah, Samira, it is so good to see you again.
And today it just keeps getting better and better.
Like you read about. And then I dropped the Umber Hulk skull on her desk. Not drop, set.
Oh, yes, I had heard that, well, some people, how did they put it, associated with the guild, but not quite guild members, had arrived to take care of the issue.
Yes. And it would seem that those people are us. They must have been mistaken about the guild, though. Must have just thought it was yours.
Well, I guess I do owe you a little bit of an extension of gratitude then. Oh, did have a little bit of a payment, but wasn't necessarily, oh, how you would say, organized for non-guild members.
Yes. Well, you see, I think we are less interested in payment and more interested in your time. Time is money, after all.
Well, then I shall give you a few moments. I feel that is worthy.
Well, before that, I would also like to offer you my condolences. And I also set down the amulets of the slain guild members. We were unable to bring back their corpses. The mines are, to put it politely, quite a mess.
No, do tell.
We had slain no less than 5 Umber Hulks, and eight juveniles, and there was, well, I do not believe you need worry about Umber Hulks reproducing further in that environment, but who knows? There may be a straggler, and I believe it was 10 gnolls, 15. It is so hard to count after a while.
Yes, the numbers I heard could have been anywhere between 15 and 20. I feel that the associates that you sent forth, Journey, had been a little over-exaggerant about the heroes that stepped forth. I'm not sure what they told you, but I mean, they did it. They'd killed all the gnolls, and I mean, hell, they didn't even like look to take anything for themselves. They gave us all the gems, loaded them up in the cart, and made sure that everything was still brought back. Oh, that seems quite noble of each of you. I'm quite surprised that someone would do such a thing under, well, that follows Bragdar.
Well, to be perfectly honest, we do not yet know your history with Bragdar. And to be quite frank, it does not matter terribly to us. If we must be rid of Bragdar for our city to be saved, then that is what we will do. But save Lahles, we must. And we need your guidance.
I would like to hear more about how you would presume we move such a man from his power that he holds there.
It is quite simple. He would resign. And to be perfectly honest, he would have to choose between his city, the city, and himself. He would resign, and another would step into his place. One who we know is noble, and one who we know is just and kind.
See, this is where reputations become more valuable than any sorts of gem or gold amount. Everyone in Lahles views him as such, a champion. Well, not just of Lahles, but of Elista.
But perhaps you know who he truly is. Why do you not tell us?
I feel that is how you would say could be viewed as a one-sided story. Perhaps I shall just show you proof.
Then please, after you.
I assume that the Trace has gotten his rabbit by now, right?
So as Samira gets up and starts to like make her way towards a little lockbox on the top of the fireplace, you'll hear a knock at the door, Trace, and say, Rabbit?
And Trace quickly and just like lightning fast. Enter!
And she walks in.
Oh, no, she doesn't get a chance. I mean, Trace rushes over there and takes the rabbit.
So as soon as she like takes a step forward, you've already grabbed the plate and
Yep.
He's already devoured half of the rabbit.
Practically drooling over yourself.
He's unhinging his jaw like a snake. He's becoming a snake.
I like to take the piece of the rabbit leg and bottle. I must give it to you, Samira. You guys make some wonderful rabbit.
If you must smack your jaws, then please step out of the room.
I'm sorry. I sit down.
You'll see Samira take out a key as after Trace apologizes, and you just see her like give like a little bit of a smirk to the comment, and then she'll say, "Well, I guess it's a bit more dishonorable to be called a coward by the likes of you. Seem to be a bit of a savage." Places the key into the lockbox, turns it, opens.
Trace whispers to like whoever sits next to him, like record. What does savage mean?
Oh, sometimes it means sick burn.
Oh.
Got him.
And you see that she has like her hand clenched, and whatever she's holding, while her hand is still closed and obscuring the object from view, you can see that she's holding it with a bit of care. And as she's staring at it, walking over back towards her desk, she'll set it down, and each of you will see a compass. Well, other than me telling you that Bragdar is not the man that he seems, I do feel that you are right. He needs to be removed from his power in Lahles. And I feel that I should do and fulfill that role. Take this, follow it to where it points, and answers will be given. And the proof will be shared. Yes.
What did you say, Matt?
I'm inciting that.
She is telling you the truth.
Right.
Well, should we come back and speak to you after we see whatever this is? Is there more discussion to be had, or should we continue now? Just assuming that at the end of this yellow brick road there is evidence.
Well, if you ever make it to the end of that road, I'm afraid that Bragdar has done anything he can and will continue to do anything that he is able to achieve to make sure that this truth is never uncovered. I myself am, unfortunately, not allowed back. But until
When you say
I
not
take
allowed
care
back,
of my promise.
where is this? What city does this lead to? Laos?
Would you prefer me to tell you, or be a bit more surprised when you get there? I feel that is part of the fun.
Well, I would
Oh,
like
you
to look at
can-
the compass and see what direction it points now.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
Like,
Go ahead and make your way over to the desk and look at the compass.
I will.
And as you take a look at it, you can see that the main arrow of the direction of where you would be facing is facing to the southeast.
Oh, so that's definitely not to the hills.
Yep. Well, how long a trip would this be? Because again, the city is literally under attack. More people die by the day, and every day that we do not arrive is another day that more are sacrificed on the altar of that city. Is this something we could reach relatively quickly?
Well, to be fully honest, perhaps or perhaps not. You see, that the location doesn't always stay the same.
What?
Well, that is not something I wanted to hear.
But only very, how you would say, those of the high intellect and gifted in the arcane would be able to pin it down quite quickly. And if you're able to do so, you will be given access and granted permission to enter.
Yes, given access. I suppose that is a word for it. Well, I do not relish the idea of going back, but to be perfectly honest, if Bragdar is not an honorable man, and there remains to be proof of his malfeasance in this there, then I believe this could be a worthy venture.
But you are right, Kadir. We can't have the city fall. It's much too valuable. So, perhaps if we can look at this as a favor. I shall help you make sure Lahles is safe. And once we secure safe passage, perhaps you would be able to secure that evidence for me, and we can remove him from power.
Have you ever met the man named Renus?
Never met him, but his name goes far, far beyond the walls of Lahles. I've heard of him, stories and tales.
He is, without a doubt, the kindest man that I have ever known. And I do not say that lightly. I have known many a kind people here in Mido who gave me the food off of their own plates. He's adopted 2 children of his own to take care of. He's tied to Lahles, to the city itself. I would perhaps suggest him as the replacement. And to be perfectly honest, if it comes down to it, once you arrive at Lahles, you will have all of the bargaining chips, because the city would have to bargain between whatever you want and the fate of death itself. If it does not agree now to the fate that we set forth for it, then you would be allowed to watch the city pass, burning away into the night. So I ask you now, before we embark on this journey, assuming my compatriots would be willing to follow the compass, will you save Lahles and give rise to Renus as to rise up in the guild and replace Bragdar?
Well, I hate to ask, but I have to assume that this Renus that you speak so highly of would hold or at least give some form of counsel to Bragdar.
They know of each other, but Renus, at least to my knowledge, he is a man of order. He is a man of kindness, and he is a man who rises to the occasion. He is not in the guild. He is an outsider, but he is also well known in the city. He would make a fine replacement.
Can you go ahead and give me a persuasion check?
I can. All right.
Don't roll low, let's go.
You got this.
Dice gods, if you can hear me, I know you're hanging out, chilling with the bros, but please don't fail me now. Thanks. Ah!
Ooh.
They failed me.
Your dice persuasion roll failed.
It did. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, perhaps you've caught me on a good day. You have an agreement. As long as you fulfill my end of the bargain as well. The only way that we'll be able to remove such a man from power is, well, to be able to provide proof in time.
So, where we going? Dangerous?
Extremely.
Oh.
Well, what is our action plan for assisting Laos?
Well, I would presume that the Lady Samira will need time to rouse troops to march to Laos. In the meantime, I'm sure you can tell us how much time we have until you are ready to march, and we will go with you. Is acceptable, I presume?
Yes, I would need at least a week's time, if not a little less, if, well, the riders are able to persuade the tribes to the south to give some ground support, and, well, I will make sure that a naval fleet is assembled in order to bring supplies in to the city as well.
I'm sure that we
Very-
would be very helpful. I just would caution that the sea is where they are coming from.
Oh, yes, we'll make sure that it's all taken care of. Don't you worry. But we will send a smaller platoon out. Well, say roughly 50 men, and have them make their way with you back to Lahles. Give them some more immediate support while we rally some extra troops.
Well, I would like to follow this compass first. Is that, well, compatriots? This compass, it likely leads to the Void Heart. It is the place where I was born, to an extent.
Let's go then.
I thought we said that was less time sensitive as getting support back to Lahles.
Well,
Well,
we have week.
it
Right.
will be a week until the full. We have two options, is what I am suggesting. We could go straight back to Lahles with this 50-men detachment, or we can. Well, honestly, we will probably be coming back to Mido eventually, so I'm okay going straight to Lahles if that is what you would like.
I would imagine we need to escort the 50 troop unit to Lahles, regardless.
Well, it has been some time since you all have been there. I don't know if you've been able to communicate with Bragdar, if he's even reached out to any of you. But if it's as bad as you say, and those citizens were being slaughtered in the streets,
If
well,
you have a means of communication, that would probably be smart before we leave.
We unfortunately have heard nothing from Nails.
For all we know, the city is flattened.
no, that stubborn bastard wouldn't die that easily. Would give him over a month if it got really bad.
Well, between traveling here and traveling back, it's quite some
Rekid.
time.
Rekid, where is your vote?
The scary dark place sounds the most fun, honestly.
I'm with Racket. I like darkness.
So we have two votes for the scary, scary dark, of which there is no return.
Do
That
we have-
devours both your body and your soul for all
Do-
time. No biggie.
Do we have any idea if that's even possible to manage within the week of preparation?
There is no guarantee, but to be perfectly honest, Voidheart is a place outside of time and space. There is even in the old stories, when the Goblin King had gone in, there may have been some element of time travel involved as well. It does not correlate with our plane of existence very well. So we could show up in the future, we could show up in the past, no one knows. Wonderful time, definitely won't regret it.
I'd look at Racket for a moment. He made it sound more fun, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So, Onyx, would you like to go to Scary Dark Place or save the city? Your choice.
I'll follow you. I don't care.
Wonderful. I have 2 votes, and I can go whatever direction I want.
As long as I can kick ass, it doesn't matter.
To be perfect. Fuck. I did not want this power. Well,
Krev, you want to go to the dark place, right?
Oh, of course I do, but I thought the city was more pressing.
Nah.
We can go to Dark Place whenever we want.
to be perfectly honest, if anything had happened to those little 2 goblin boys, I would never forgive myself. we go to Lahles.
Well, then we
I
shall
agree.
make an announcement if that is your final decision.
It is. Samira, it has been nothing but an absolute pleasure. And I put my hand out.
She'll stand up and make sure like to take a step forward and extend her hand. Well, I never thought I would be saying this, but to save the city.
To save the city. And I shake her hand.
And as she looks over to the rest of you, giving like a little bit of a smile, she'll say, well, I guess the announcement needs to be made. If you will do me the honors in escorting me out to the hall. Out of the hall.
Of course.
I whisper to Kadir, so are we getting no reward?
Well, perhaps
Rabbit?
not no reward.
Can I overhear this by any chance?
Sure. I mean,
I would imagine so. Like he's probably whispering to you guys, not really to
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
I would.
Like after she steps away, I'd kind of say to the group, are we getting nothing here?
Outside of character, no, we're getting something. Just, it's fine. Don't worry
Right.
about it.
In character, I will reply back, also of equal volume. Oh, we're getting the good feeling, wink, of doing a good job.
Wink.
He's just actively blinking with both eyes.
I imagine Reckitt's actually saying wink.
It's like he's blinking with both eyes at different intervals, Yoda style.
Well, as each of you follow a couple paces behind Samira, she'll open the doors and say, "Excuse me, may I have your attention?" And as the crowd goes to like a low, like mumble, then eventually comes to complete silence. I will need 50 volunteers to step forth. Everyone else, we will be making preparations. We, the Wheat Civet, will be going to war with the Yuan-Ti and assisting with the battle in Lahles. And as she kind of finishes her statement, the rest of the crowd will erupt in a bit of a roar of an excitement. Various people banging their tankards on their tables, others banging their fists against their chests and just letting out battle cries and excitement. You see a few people, various races, step forward, each beginning to volunteer. Yes, Orth, Nalra, I'll be needing each of you to be leading this group of individuals with the assistance of our new friends here. She gives each of you like a little bit of a gesture and a nice smile.
Seeing as Trace knows nothing about military and how everything is organized here, he stands and wonders if the rabbit lady volunteers. He hopes so.
Love it. Well fucking played, dude.
Unfortunately, you do not see her step forward.
Aw, Trace got a little sad.
It's like, hey, but Jeeves, give him a sword. He's got this.
Oh fuck, we gotta check on him.
I'm sure he's fine. We left him with gnomes. They took care of him.
I'm sure he hates us more.
Unless he doesn't.
Remember, he's like, I fucking hate gnomes.
I'd be more worried about the gnomes, honestly.
Yeah.
It's true. It's like local man murders 8 gnomes in wild spree.
Who knows at this point? Well,
Keeps shouting, Stay out of my fucking room, you dweebs.
Well, you can see that each of them are quite excited to be having such a task given to them. Please, keep that compass safe. It belonged to my husband at one point in time.
Of course.
I must ask you, did you lose your... Oh my god. Did you lose your husband in the heart?
No.
Then why are you in possession of a compass that takes us there?
I never said it was to there. That's what you portrayed.
It is, but there's only one place I know of that moves. And unless you've heard of some other moving castle, perhaps owned by a man named Howell, then then well,
Not of a moving castle, but well, I guess you could say a moving city. And no, that name doesn't ring a bell, but well, the people that protect this city is the Grin family.
well. I suppose this is a mystery we will solve another day then. Hopefully we will be able to, hopefully we will return this compass to you someday.
No. You'll know when that will be able to make its way back into my hands. It will be quite some time. But
Yes,
a goal worthy to achieve.
I believe so. So, uh, I don't even know how much do we even have. How much gold do we have in our inventories? Is there any stuff we can do? Oh my god!
Is there anything we need? We have all the gems as well. We can sell those.
I wouldn't suggest it. Oh shit! We also have a lot of gold that we never distributed from the that we never distributed as well. So actually, yeah. Once this is, oh my god!
I assume we have some time now, right? Then, because we have a week, right?
Well, you have a
No.
week if you wish to wait for the mass
Yeah,
forces
yeah,
to be
yeah.
gathered, but you can leave as early as tomorrow morning, where they'll be sending the 50 guild members.
Yeah, right, yeah. Of
So
course.
what I would like to do is once I would like to divvy out the gold that we have in our loot box. And I'd also like to put a number on the shitload of gems that we have.
Yeah, I figured you would. I was waiting. I believe you were right in the Discord when you said the verbiage was "fuck ton of gems."
Yeah.
Because it is.
I would say we probably shouldn't value that with a merchant here
I agree. And
because
I
that's
didn't
obvious where we got them from. Yeah.
right, but I just wanted to put a number on how many there were so that I can
Mhm.
add that.
Okay.
That's wise.
That being said, is there any? I of course give Samira a very polite bow, and I will say, "Well, we must make preparations of our own, of course."
Yes, I will send word to our nearby guild members, some into the south. Hopefully, they can bring back some of the tribes and potentially give our assistance a bit, heading out of Mido a bit sooner than a week. But everything will be prepared just outside the city walls. First light.
All right, so plus 339 divide 5 wonderbar. All right. So now that we've left her company, Let's see here. Everyone, please add 169 gold to
Oh,
your
yeah.
inventory.
Nice.
Nice.
Man, if I could have taken credit for planning that. Haha, I give him the perfect amount of gold.
Nice. I didn't even realize I was focused too hard. We still have some gold in the treasury. What's 160 times 5?
So,
All right.
Rickett, seeing as we're leaving tomorrow, what do you say to an evening full of rabbit and beer?
Oh, yes, my friend. This is what I've been waiting for.
Good, good.
What time of day is it currently, though?
So you had arrived to the city just a little bit after the midday, and with the conversation that took place, you would estimate it being roughly around 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh, day drinking.
Reckitt's favorite.
The shadow's long enough, I say. Let's go.
It's 8 o'clock somewhere.
And what was the shitload of gems? Or the fuck ton, I'm sorry. I'm gonna rename that real quick. Fuck ton of gems. Just all over the place.
Yeah, so
Several bags.
if you like, just take that time of like going into I wrote it down. I can't remember off the top of my head of what you called your like moving bag of holding.
The dream.
The dream. I was gonna say the happy place, but I knew that wasn't it.
It is not a happy place.
After taking the time, give me an investigation check, and we'll see just like how long it exactly takes you.
Okay. So yeah, this is probably something I would have to spend several hours doing, or at least an hour or two doing. I would do this over I would do this during the night, or actually, you know what? I guess I could do it during the day in our hotel room, but I would also, while I'm in there, I would also grab our bags with all of our extra stuff that we had left in there.
Mm-hmm.
Something that needed to happen anyhow. So yeah, I'll go ahead and make my investigation.
All right, so I mean, it's gonna take you about an hour of time, and because as you start to like dig everything out, you realize that it almost seems to not be ending on the amount of gems that you've collected. But you do notice them to be of a variety of various of colors, yellow, blue, and black. And there you go. I just whispered you your number.
Black? They look dope.
Those are onyxes.
Let's give them to Onyx then.
Oh, whoa, maybe not. Do I know the rough do I know the rough valuation?
I'm not sure. Green, blue, and black.
Oh, green. Oh, okay.
And there's your approximations.
Oh my god.
Well, you're a drill crafter, right? Yeah, you know exactly what they're worth.
100. Christ. Oh,
That's a lot.
Just thinking back when you were saying, how in the hell do these people afford to do what they do here?
Yeah, all right, whatever.
I was giggling because I was like, man, I can't wait till they find out how much this is.
Fucking, we could be executed for this.
Nice.
This is enough to be executed over 100%.
So what if at some point some Mito accountant is like, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah, the thing is, I assume that there's a certain amount of it that they just kind of expected to lose because of, I mean, it was literally taken over by Umber Hulks and Gnolls. And gnolls, at least in the world that I'm used to, they're known for just destroying shit for fun. So like when they move in, you can just assume everything's lost because they just fuck shit up. It's what they do.
But either way, there's your number. I'll let you share it with them when you get done after, that 55 minutes of needing to count everything out. Make sure that all the bags are situated, and then when you're ready, pop back out.
All right. I leave all of it in there.
Okay. You just mean the gems, right?
Yes, I take our bags and our equipment out. Yeah.
I figured I just wanted to make sure. But with that, while Kadir is spending the time to, take care of his task, Trace and Rekid, you've begun day drinking and eating. I would ask Trace what he got, but we all know that it's a rabbit.
Yeah, but I need like several variants, like fried rabbit, barbecue
All right,
rabbit.
so
Just
what kind is it this time?
At least it's not
barbecue
raw.
rabbit.
I don't think
He's branching out.
I was gonna say I don't think you've had a rabbit stew yet.
Oh, that's a good point. And barbecue rabbit. I mean, I can take two.
Yes, Tater is precious.
Rekid, what about you?
For food? Whatever this place's version of jalapeno poppers would be.
So, probably like a little bit of like goat cheese, and then like I guess like more of like a red pepper than like your typical green jalapeno, just because of being like in this kind of climate. And well, I mean, I don't know. Do you want it with cream cheese or with cheddar? Anyways, but yeah, you'll get your little version. The first round with drinks and food will cost you 4 silver.
All right.
That's not so bad. I'll have a beer and so on as well. I mean, a little bit of drinking is good.
All right, Onyx, Krev.
Was there like a special going on today? Like a stew or something?
Yeah, they got like a little bit of just like a house porridge that's been able to be served as like just a general order.
Okay, sure. I'll take that and
+1s if you can.
a pint. Get it of beer. Pint size.
All right, 1 silver and 4 copper.
All right.
Onyx.
Let's see. I'd like some rapiers, if possible.
Did you say some rapiers?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can easily purchase some in this area. I mean, and with Kadir needing to spend an hour. Yeah. You can find a couple. They will run you 22 gold apiece.
Are there any +1s, +2s, or magical?
Good question. Go ahead and give me a perception check as you take a look around the shop, and one of the helpers will notice you looking around and ask, yes, my lady, is there anything that we can help you with here at Margaret's arraignments?
Yes. Do you have any rapiers that would be perhaps +1, +2, or magical? Perhaps.
Well, I don't know what the first thing means, but I do have a couple with some small, well, magical capabilities.
Ah, anything of finer quality?
Ah, yes, I believe quite so. We have this one right here. It's got the hilt of some volcanic rock from the dormant mountains. A volcano long, well, asleep for as long as anyone can remember, really. But a little nice ore here from the Nyansima Mountains. You can see it's a nice steel blade. And can you go ahead and give me an investigation check as they begin showing you the other weapons as well?
16.
Yeah, 16.
All right. So, you can see that the first rapier that he's showing is definitely of a bit of a higher quality. Um, it appears to be, I would say, very well made. Definitely more top of the line than the other wares that you were taking a look at in the previous case. The other one that he begins presenting to you, you can see has a little bit of a glyph inscribed on it, and he will let you know that this particular rapier is, well, not to just fine quality, but is able to shed light for a pretty fair distance. And then he'll pick it up and he'll kind of give it like a little bit of like a flick, almost looking like he's trying to like activate a switch in a sense. And as he does, this bright light will begin to emit from it and shower the room as if a sun had appeared right before you. And as your vision gets a little encased with the light, it'll begin to fade. And I'll say, yeah, sorry, it's definitely quite bright for inside. And this one right here is perhaps a little bit more useful, and it, well, it definitely has a odd component, and uh, it gets larger. And then when he shows you how this one works, as he holds the rapier, you'll see it almost double in size,
Hmm.
and then begin to reduce. And well, those are the best ones that we have in the store. This one will be quite a lump sum of gold, around 750. These two, however, are going to be much more expensive. This one, 1,500 gold, or perhaps some trade. And the same with this one, however, a little bit more of a gold value will be needed.
So the prices are 750 and up. So 750 on the low end.
Correct.
Wow.
Hmm.
I mean, what do you want to say, honey?
Uh, hmm. Perhaps I should look elsewhere. Your prices seem a bit steep from what I've seen around here. Unless you'd be willing to make a trade.
No, yes, quite. Interested in to see what you would have to offer.
Hmm.
I do understand that it's definitely quite a bit of an investment, if you will, but well, you'll never lose it. Well, hopefully.
She's just looking over her inventory, seeing what she can do.
No problem. When you're ready, just let me know, Onyx. When you kind of have like an idea figured out. But if the three of you enjoying a little bit of day drinking have anything to talk about,
You know what? I'll actually just say it really quick to the person. You know, I think I left my baby in the oven. I'm so sorry. I must be going. And then I leave. The end.
oh shit,
So,
the baby?
bye,
No,
Felicia.
different. It's a different baby. Don't
Bye,
worry about it.
Felicia. Like, that price is way too steep. I'm not touching that with my feet or any other part of
It,
me.
I know it's not something we normally do, but is the intent to take the break now? I desperately need to run for 5 minutes.
Yeah. We were just gonna. I was just gonna say, as soon as Onyx gets back to the guild, you can see that Krev, Trace, and Rekid had gotten, towards their second, third round, and then eventually, I'm guessing Kadir, you just pop back up. Whoop.
Oh, Trace is not getting that drunk, not on beer at least. Rabbit drunk, of course.
Oh, that's fine. Second rounds of food, third rounds of food or drinks,
Yeah, I'll get a few drinks.
and then we'll go ahead and take our break.
Cool.
Awesome.
Be right back.
Nope, be back in about 5 minutes. See you all shortly. All right, and we're back. So just after Onyx told the shop owner to shove it, uh, in more of a way of blaming herself that she left the baby in the oven, uh, reconvening back at the guild hall where Krev and Rekid and Trace are enjoying rounds of food, and uh, some probably Rekid, not to point any fingers, are partaking a little bit more in the alcohol than the food. But just as like you arrive, Onyx, and see them, Kadir will basically just bamf back into existence.
Um, Taking a moment to fucking collect myself and pick up my jaw off the floor, and shuffle all my liquefied bits out of a wheelbarrow and into a normal person form. Um, I would actually like to go out, and I would like to do a little shopping of my own. Uh, Being that this is in the middle of a desert, I know that desert towns tend to have a lot more leather dependent work that they do. I would like to go out to a leather worker or a leather workers guild and try to find +1 or +2 leatherworking tools.
I didn't even think that was a thing. That's a good idea.
It may be, it may not be. I know that I've seen other DMs do the same thing.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought about it as well because of just the aspect that these aren't like magical items; they're just better crafted. So, like, if they're better crafted, they would tend to work better. Um,
Or if I guess what I'm looking for is I'm looking for sharper implements, like leather. So like
I
maybe adamantine rotary daggers or
looking for leather working, you said?
leather working tools. So
I would go with you if you don't mind, because I'd be interested in that kind of stuff too.
I'm mostly I mean, yeah, if I bump into you, then yeah. I think I was alone, but if he'll allow you to come, then yeah, come along.
Well, if you had mentioned anything about tools, because like that's Krev is fascinated with tools, so
Yeah, it's leatherworking sets are mostly it's mostly chisels, mallets, and daggers. So if I would think that it would be a possibility to just get finer crafted, like adamantine coated blades. I don't know how. I mean, I think it's like $100 to coat a full like long sword, or 100 gold to coat a full long sword. So maybe it wouldn't. I'm not. Maybe it wouldn't be too crazy expensive, but I really,
Yeah.
yeah, it's not in the book. I guess is
You
where I'm going.
can find a plus. Well, we'll say like as like you're examining the wares. You can go ahead and give me an investigation check. You can see that uh, one of the components that you're handed, like the little bag, includes a green knife, a uh, wooden mallet, and a stone mallet, a couple of edgers and things to make cuts in more of a like direct manner, and other variety of items in there as well.
Uh, Krev is Krev with me?
Yes.
Okay.
so I mean
Uh,
I'd keep my eye out for like upgraded like Smith's tools and Mason's tools.
and what's this guy's name?
You can give me an investigation check as well there, Krev, for that.
Mhm.
Um, his name, let me pull up the notes for it, is Roe.
Bro. And if I might ask, what are these fine implements made of?
Well, some of these have bits of the adamantium, and these ones right here that you can see have a little bit of a bluish tint. These ores are from Vala, and they little bit of cold iron. But
Why do I?
they're great wares. They will definitely be a little bit more precise in your crafting techniques.
And what, pray tell, is your so more or less? I rolled I guess I rolled a nat one. It shows a 3 on my die, but it looks like a nat one. So I'm assuming I don't know anything more than what he's saying.
I mean, as you take a look at it, like you know that it looks different than your normal leatherworking tool set, but other than what he's saying, uh, you have no idea.
Krev, you are knowledgeable of smithing implements. Would you be able to confirm the craft work of this item? He says
Would
it is
we?
made of adamantium.
I mean, would I get like, being that I have Smith proficiency, would I get like an advantage check or something to know what
Yeah, I'll give
this
you
is?
advantage.
What kind of check even is this? Is it a smithing check
Yeah,
or
Smith.
okay?
The investigation is more so to like check over and see how it's crafted, not necessarily like just what.
God,
And stuff
awful.
looks pretty good. You definitely know that it is different types of ore, and it resembles adamantium and cold iron.
And Ro, what is your price for this?
Well, for these leather ones, this one I can part with for about 35 gold, and this one about 50. But if you're looking for any other things, such as the smith tools with the tongs and the hammers and other sorts, that's gonna be a little bit more expensive, about 75 to 100 gold, depending on which set you'd like.
Can I insight that he's saying, when he's saying that these are going to be, more precise in your crafting and whatnot, and
Sure.
okay. God damn it! This roll 20 hates me tonight. I swear.
You do. So
I hate these electronic dice.
so you rolled a 3. I followed it up with a nat 1. You followed it up with a 5 and a 2,
And then a 3
And
and then
again.
another 3.
I can't roll above a 5.
So
Like,
we've
this is
rolled
ridiculous.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 so far. Getting out early or late. Uh,
I swear.
well, so what would I need to purchase a whole leatherworking set? Would that be the 50, the 35, or both?
Depending on which one you want. If you want the cold iron one, it'll be a little bit less expensive, but the adamantium one that was pointed out will be the higher priced.
I'll take the adamantium.
That's
If
for
not,
your leatherworking one?
yep. If nothing, it's at least an adamantium tool, which would have its own uses anyhow. So I'm fine with that.
And did you say you have high quality smithing tools by chance, or mason's
Yes.
tools?
Both actually. The mason tools. Hold on, not many people are crafters of stone, but I can put a little kit together for you. If you're looking for something more precise, such as these kits here, of course it'll be a bit of an upwards charge, but it can be done.
And what would these be running for? Obviously, you said they're not as popular.
Uh, no one normally asks for most of these tools, and not too expensive if I'm purchasing them individually. About 35 gold sounds good.
And that's for the upgraded mason's tools?
Yes, don't have much of a variety of a selection for that. Just able to pick and choose from other wares.
And comparing it to my set of normal mason's tools, like, do I see much of a difference?
Yeah, you can see that these ones have a bit more care put into like the crafting of them, like the chisel, the brush, and the hammer that you can see being kind of set upon the table as he begins collecting a few things. Has insignias, uh, more than likely from the smith or tool crafter that put those together.
And then for the smith's tools, what do you said there's multiple options for those, or are
Yep,
those?
2. I believe if I remember off the top of my head, if I'm doing this correct, it was anywhere between I think like 75 and up, depending on which ones you want.
That was
Between
so the cheaper set was 75,
yeah,
and what's the more expensive set?
90.
90. So 90 and 35, 125. Would you take 110 for the set of the nicer smith's tools and the mason's tools?
Well, that will depend on what your friend is looking to purchase as well.
I believe he said he was getting the adamantine set.
Yes, if you're definitely set on that, then I can make that deal for you. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't taking something from the first customer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I believe he was looking for the leather working set, right?
Yes, and
Yep.
I need a couple of these rags and things to put together for your mason's set.
I don't think we were expecting scarcity when it came to imaginary objects.
All right. Well,
But
I'll let him finish his transaction before I.
but yes, if he wants the adamantium ones, then both of those transactions can be completed.
Yep. I already spent my 50.
Perfect.
Okay, so you're cool with 110 gold then for the.
Give me a persuasion check. Oh, come on. I know you've been
Please
rolling
get me
low,
better
but
than
you,
a.
you don't
I,
have to roll that high.
oh my
Okay.
god, this is bullshit, man. I need to
be
roll real
honest-
dice.
To be honest, I didn't give you advantage specifically because I knew.
It wouldn't have mattered.
110 gold sounds sufficient.
Oh, all right.
The I'll give it to you of rolls.
I feel bad for you, son. Like,
You can't have inspiration, but you can have this tool set.
I rolled a 6. That's what I was like.
Oh.
You ain't got to roll that high.
All
But
right.
I didn't know
was
you
a
were rolling a
chance for-
counter roll. Okay.
Well, persuasion to get your price.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's how they do it in a lot of other D20 systems.
That makes sense. I like it. All right. Sounds good. Actually, now that I think about it, I've got my old sets. Could I like trade those towards that money cost? My normal Masons and Smith's tool set.
Yeah, same thing with you, Kadir.
I'm fine. I think normal leatherworking set's worth like 10
5
gold. Or
They're
something.
worth 5 gold.
I don't care. I'll hold on to it.
You just give it to her for free for donations.
Yeah.
Mine were.
Actually, you know what? Honestly, no. Actually, I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm probably gonna. Anyhow.
Yeah.
Mine
she'll
were 20 gold and gold.
Yeah, she'll give you 15. She'll offer you 15 gold and off if you leave those tools.
They're worth 30 though.
Yes, if I'm to resell them, they're to make a profit, and well, they definitely are a bit used.
Got him.
Fine. Here. Can I?
Thank you.
So for mechanically purposes, can I tell what these are, or do I gotta wait till I use them?
You'll have to actually just wait to use them since you
Okay.
guys didn't roll well enough.
Yeah. I'll
Can I
spend
just
more
cast
time with them later.
Can I just cast Identify on them later?
Yeah, if you wanted to.
Okay, cool.
Seeing as all the other people are out doing less important stuff, it's good that Record and I keep up the spirit of the party. As we sit and drink, I'm going to pull out a piece of the. I have the pine wood, I believe, still, and I have a normal wood. So I'm going to make a little flower of the two kinds of wood. Like,
Okay.
not bigger than like you have it in your hand. I'm going to give the flower to the rabbit lady.
Ooh.
What is this?
Well, you do make the best rabbit I've ever had, so it's a little token of my appreciation.
Well, that's quite flattering, but I don't make the rabbit. I just bring it to you.
Well, still,
Should I
you're the
give it to
source
the
of the.
chef?
No, you should have it. You're the source of my rabbit. That's the important part. Thank you.
My friend here killed like 5 monsters the other day.
No?
Huge things. Almost killed us, they did.
Trace is like blushes.
That's well, must have been quite thrilling and terrifying all at the same time.
Yep.
It was nothing. We had each other's back. Right?
Yeah, but the way you charged in there and just did it all yourself, oh, it was great.
Trace doesn't really get what you're trying to do, but he like tries to play along.
Thanks, though.
Very strong and very capable.
So what's the fancy equivalent of slipping her my number? Is that like, I don't know.
I guess letting her know what tavern you're at.
Like currently? Oh, you're staying at. Okay.
Well, I tell her where we live, just in case she's bored one evening, you know? I don't know.
Where would you call your home? Lahles?
No, we're living at that tavern with the gnomes, right?
Oh, okay, like just where you're like where you're staying.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like more of like a permanent residence.
Well,
That place.
But I'll come see you again next time I'm around, of course. Bring you even better flour, a real one.
Oh yes, the tavern equivalent of Gnome Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, right, yeah.
I can only assume the amount of gnomes Jeeves has murdered has doubled by now.
It's the tavern with somewhere between 0 and many gnomes.
The world may never know.
Well, maybe Jeeves got overwhelmed, you never know.
We're gonna come back and find out he's like level 15.
I own this tavern.
And he carries it, yeah.
He's
You
been
got my... Did you see my message before? I guess you didn't, Kyle. I can just buy some basic arrow, right? Don't need to like go around RP shopping it, right?
Yeah, I mean like unless like you're trying to find like more anything like specific, you can just purchase your arrows.
Oh, I'll just take normal arrows.
He's been Jeeves is back at the Gnome Hotel reading the Swoley Bible, planning for his revenge.
Well, I mean, after like a little bit of shopping, the sun will begin, making its way down towards the western side, and eventually, within a couple of hours, be set, and nightness will take over. Once everyone's done with their shopping, I'm guessing either reconvening at the guild hall or back at the I believe it was the Sleeping Lamp Tavern.
No, the gnome Chuck E. Cheese.
The gnome.
Yeah,
the gnome town.
AKA the Gnome Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay, yeah.
Gnome town. Gnome town.
Gnome Tell.
Gnome Tell is good. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Upon seeing everybody in the room, I'm guessing with the ladders and slides, pneumatic tubes, and I can only presume catapults that are launching gnomes constantly through the air. Once everybody's there, I'll try to get everyone's attention and pull them close. Just let me know when.
Now?
Yeah, so just as like the sun's setting, everyone just begins naturally making their way back to the tavern, where you all paid for rooms, and where you've left your wagon driver Jeeves with his most bestest friends in the whole wide world.
I will lean in close to everyone at the table, and I will tell them, with my eyes wide, knees weak, palms sweaty.
Mom
There's
spaghetti.
vomit on your. Oh.
Yeah, it's vomit on his sweater
I'll
already. Yeah.
There is something very important that I need to tell all of you. Please follow me to the bedroom. There is something of the utmost privacy that we must discuss.
I swear to God, Kadir.
Which God do you swear to?
This is a penis.
How?
Oh no, we're not back at this again.
He already gave you his stick earlier.
Oh no.
He gave you his wood.
It's a good thing we brought rabbit and beer, Rickard.
Can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you. Oh my god, that gif.
I had something, but I've lost it. I escort everyone to the bedroom, and I sit down on the bed, fold my hands over each other, and look down towards the ground. Is the door shut?
I take out my bow and shoot the door.
The door is shut.
The door
With
is
the
now shut.
momentum of the arrow hitting it, you just see the door.
I need you all to come closer. You heard me. Come closer.
I come closer. Oh wait, not me.
I put up to my movement speed to get closer.
Yeah. Okay.
I have counted the gems. Do you know how long it took me?
7.8 seconds.
Incorrect. You get another guess.
2,000 hours.
You have taken too much time. It took me 1 hour.
Oh, okay.
Do you know how many gems you can count in 1 hour?
A lot.
No, you do not. It is many.
Let me guess. I think it's around like 300 gems.
We have 10,000 golden gems.
Oh, what?
We could be killed for this.
Huh.
Well,
That's
how
like-
about we don't?
That's like 10,000 rabbit from Rabbit Girl. Oh my god.
Let's not tell anybody that we have these here or try to sell them here.
Yes.
That would be
that is-
foolish.
Thank you. Not only that, I did not bring any back with me. They are all still in the dream. They are no longer on this plane of existence. They are somewhere in between here and oblivion, but I can get them for us whenever we need.
Are you saying your lamp?
They are not in my lamp. They are somewhere between here and oblivion.
Oh.
They are safe. That is what I will say.
Okay. Well, good to know.
They are not.
I
on
don't
this-
know if I would even be willing to sell them in Lahles. I feel like that might come back to bite us if we saw them there too.
I mean,
think-
they're not marked or anything, are they?
no.
No, but they would know that they came from here probably, from this mine.
Well, we could. We can resolve. We can cross that boat when we get there. But I have counted, and we have 2,040 gold, or two. I'm sorry, 2,040 gold per person.
So, what do you think the odds are they'll notice they're missing and put two and two together?
Very small. I would expect that they expected to lose many gems with such rugged and destructive creatures taking home in the mines, especially gnolls.
Fair enough.
And to be perfectly honest, they did not question how much of the mines we explored. And nobody perceived us having taken them. And it is very unlikely that people would expect us to have an extra dimensional, I don't know, portal to insert things into. These are all extremely unlikely things. So, I would believe that we are safe, so long as we all keep this to ourselves and continue to whisper in this tiny circle, which you are all very close to me with.
I would think we don't even need to discuss it amongst ourselves until we're well outside the city.
Yes. That being said, I think we can, once we reach Lahles, I think we should use this. I think we should use this to perhaps purchase weapons once we arrive there. And, well, I think that would be the best option. If necessary, we could even use disguises when we use it, so we are not noticed. But for now, well, I only wanted you to know, comrades. You are all independently wealthy.
Fantastic.
Now, I have something else I need to show you. I'm kidding.
Oh no.
Unzips pants.
He was going to make us earn our share.
All according to Keikaku.
Lukaku.
All right, yeah, that's all I had. Oh my god.
To be rich. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, though, it's considering how much. I mean, I guess that is enough for us each to buy a magic item if we had to. But, or if we wanted to, rather.
I might use it to earn more income. Maybe craft stuff with it. Might buy armor or raw materials to craft armor and sell in our downtime.
Yes. In that news as well, I think we should consider plying our trades for one another. By supporting each other, by strengthening each other with our skills, we perhaps create more opportunities for ourselves as a unit. Yes, I said unit, laugh it up.
Suck my unit.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, we need to have access to some magic weapons soon.
Even I very much intend to make magic weapons. This is something I have learned, or at least in theory, I have learned. We will see. But in order to get this started, I would need investment, diamonds, to create the tools necessary for this. What I would ask you all for now is I'm asking for an investment from each of you so that I can make the tools. And Krev, I'm asking for your time as a smith to help me make the tools necessary.
Of course. What are we looking to make?
Well, so far we are just looking to make the tools necessary to make the items. But it is very expensive.
But
I will need diamonds.
Are we talking about crafting items or talking about making items magic here?
Making an item to make magic items, to make implements, to engrave runes onto items.
That's very important to me, so I'll give you all my gold for that.
Well, you do not have to give me all. I only ask that we go together. That we go together equally. If everyone would give unto me 50 gold, then that would be enough.
I'm in.
Yeah, I mean for me, gold is useless. Right? I just want a good weapon.
I believe it's 50. The thing is, it will take some time for me to get started. But as you may have noticed, I do not sleep, so outfitting us should go a little bit quicker than usual.
No.
Yes, without having those particular notes up, I do believe you're right. 50 gold apiece.
I'll give him 200. I'll pay.
That is very kind. I
As
will
long
try.
as I have, as long as I have coin for rabbit, I'm happy.
As always, friend, you are too kind. In that case, so that isn't all I need. That is all I needed for the. That is all I needed. I will say this. Uh, that is more than enough to get me started. Krev, in order to make the implement, though, I will need your smithing hand. If you
Of
would,
course.
if you would be willing to help me, or perhaps lend me your tools for this, then that would be very much appreciated.
Whichever.
Very well. In that case, for now, I think we can just go to we can go to sleep. I will attempt to begin making the tools on the way back.
Sounds good.
If Jeeves is hauling the carriage for us and we're riding the carriage, that means that we have plenty of time to work on our craft.
Yes, I completely agree. Speaking of, where is he?
Oh yes, we should go say hi to the old man.
Yes, before things happen.
Hopefully he's still kicking.
I'm sure he is kicking a gnome out of a window.
Yes.
I would like. We'll go locate him.
So as you walk over to the door, Kadir, noticing the arrow pretty well into the door itself, you give it, open it, and you see a female gnome just kind of sprinting down the hall. You look from the direction of where she came, and you see a plate with some food. Looks to be a sandwich with a tankard of something to drink. Sitting outside of a closed door, just about 3 rooms down.
All right, I will approach.
Yeah, I'll follow along.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll approach.
So as you approach, the door is closed. The food's sitting there. You don't hear any sounds coming from inside.
Knock.
I told you I didn't want any more company.
Not even from an old friend.
Oh, Master Kadir, I thought it was those wretched gnomes.
What up, my gnomie?
No,
Oh,
it is-
well.
It is only us.
Give me a moment. And you'll, like, just a couple seconds, begin to hear some footsteps make their way over to the door. Open it up. And as you take a look, you see your familiar friend Jeeves. You do notice that he has a bit of red stains on his clothes, though.
Oh no. Did you kill a gnome?
Oh no, I wanted to a couple of times, but well, to be quite honest, one of them is quite the master chef. Was learning a couple of tricks, and this just was some blood from cutting beef.
Oh, thank the gods. I thought we would be digging. I thought we'd be digging a shallow grave.
It wouldn't need to be too deep for a gnome.
How many did you kill?
Fuck.
Not enough. Well, how was your venture towards the mines? Is the wagon still intact?
It is successful. We leave in the morning. We march with a platoon of 50 men at our heels.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of business has been handled.
Yes, this is well, it is a positive. There will be more men to join us after, but to be perfectly honest, I'm happy to leave with anything at all.
Is are the others okay?
There was a great loss of life in the mines. Uh,
Oh
Many
no,
died.
not Master Rekid and Lady Onyx.
Oh no, they are fine.
Oh, good.
Ragged is just having a beer.
I was merely referring to the miners and guild members. Many people died. It was not good.
Well, then it's good news that each of you made it out, well, with your lives, to say the least.
Jeeves, I must admit, I feel bad for the antics for which you have put up with. Would you perhaps like some gold to stay at a different hotel?
No, no, it's fine, Master Kadir. Whatever you've done, they tend to just bring me food, and when I yell at them to go away, by the time I open the door, there's no company that I don't wish there to be there.
Oh, good.
Well,
They've
we'll be
adapted.
leaving back to Lahles soon.
Yes, in the morning.
Hmm.
Well, then I will begin to get our wagon ready. Are there any extra errands you'd like me to take care of before departing?
No, I think we are good. Um,
Well, if you're all ready then to get to rest, I'll wake you when it's time to go.
Yeah, I'll retire to my room.
And he'll bend down and grab the food and again, like walking it over to a table, set it down. Well, I guess I'll just eat this first, and then, yeah, we get to work.
You want a bit of rabbit?
Rabbits would be nice.
I pull out a few of the. I mean, yeah, I probably have a lot of rabbit on me to be fair, because like, yeah, that's what I do. So I'll give him like a good rabbit leg. So, yeah, it's a good one.
Oh, it's not cooked. You don't eat it like this all the time, do you, Master Trace?
Sometimes. I mean, rabbit is good in many ways, you know. I can get it cooked for you. Don't worry.
Oh, I can handle that.
Well, enjoy.
Good night, Masters.
Night. Good night, Master Jeeves.
We'll see him kind of like just stand, like fully like just like stand up, but like spine like completely straight. And says, "Oh, you don't have to call me that.
Why not?
I am no master."
Neither am I.
Ah, you are to me. It's my duty.
Fair. Well, good night, Master Jeeves.
in short, suck it, nerd. I do what I want.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else to get taken care of, we can go through our rest for the evening and move on to the morning of April 16th.
I'll spend the night continuing to.
Hallelujah! It's a wonderful day. It's the Queen's birthday today, guys.
Hell yeah!
A moment, Kadir.
Yes.
For you said you're crafting weapons for us, yes?
I will be.
For mine, I think I would like something else from a quarterstaff.
Ah.
I think I would like a spear.
Are you referring to something of a magical nature, or you would merely like a conversion from this to a spear?
Just the base weapon is a spear rather than a quarterstaff, and if there's an interesting magical property, that would be fantastic as well.
Well, I cannot imbue magical properties as of yet. I have yet to get the diamond to build my tools. But well, let me see here. What do I have? How would you say that this is a question for Kyle, the Umber Hulk plates, would you say that those are tough enough? I mean, tough enough to be made into a spearhead? Like, because I'm imagining I got like the oh, I know what. Okay, follow me on this. So imagine that I have like the mandibles, and like the mandibles have like the spikes on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking like, what if it was like a trident with like the mandibles up towards the top, and then one of the fastened to the rod, perhaps using a combination of carving and glue, and then a point on the end that's made out of sharpened umber hulk, so that it's kind of like a trident.
I mean, yeah, I could see it. Like, kind of what popped into my mind when you were describing it at first was, with like the mandibles having like little bits of spikes on them, perhaps just like whittling them all off and then using the spike as like the spearhead. Um, but mechanically speaking, it can be done. I love the idea and it sounds really really dope. But like there will be a difference between a trident and a spear.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, what I would like to do is I would like to slice the mandibles so that I can clasp them together around the end of the quarterstaff, so that it becomes like a wooden spear with like an umber hulk mandible that's forged at like this point fastened to one end. So like it kind of encases the spear more or less.
Yeah, I mean, like it'll be what you're looking to do. I'm pretty sure I have the same idea in my head that you're describing. Um, but I mean, other than obviously it taking a bit of time to get done, yeah, that can be accomplished.
All right. So
It'd definitely be
I'll
like a few steps, right? Like getting the mandible like it at the size and like the appropriate thing that you need, like using the wood to or whatever you're gonna use for like the shaft of the spear, etc.,
yeah,
etc.
for sure, cracking it correctly and then boring a hole through the spear and through the quarterstaff and through the mandibles, so that you can put like a wood screw in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then fastening it all with glue, which I have plenty of resources to also make.
Random,
Who would you
random
screw?
thing that I found out today, just from like watching random wormhole videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
is that you can make a glue-like substance out of like animals' poop.
Huh.
I mean, you can make it out of pretty much any animal parts
So
if you're
I
determined
was bringing it up is I know Rekka does like I know like it's a little like off topic here, but like that's actually true. I mean, you can definitely get that done. There's definitely ways to do it.
Yeah, no doubt. So I have 8 hours to work on it during the night, and I'd like to start working on his spear. Then I'm not I can't really do the work on the magic item stuff yet, so I'll just focus on making this into a fine spear.
Awesome.
All right.
Seeing as
So which are you gonna? I'm sorry, Trace. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I would like to start extracting poison from jade.
Okay, perfect. Anybody else?
I don't really have anything unless we're going to start crafting.
Well, I mean they are, but I mean I'm guessing that you're gonna get your sleep and find a nice comfy dresser.
Yeah, if it's time to go sleep, I'll need to until we get a, point where we, have time to craft. I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
one who doesn't need to sleep.
Yeah, and unfortunately for yours, like the smithing and things are definitely going to, there's only going to be so much you can do with that while you're traveling, needing like a forge and shit for some things.
Right.
Onyx, just checking with you.
What's that?
Did you want to do anything, or are you just gonna get your rest for the night?
I'll just get my rest. It's fine.
I did want to bring up one thing to Kadir, actually. Regarding smithing things that we're trying to improve our party with, would we be able to fit potentially a forge inside of your lamp?
Yes.
I'm curious how expensive that would be to purchase a forge.
Well,
Would I know that? I mean,
we would need an anvil, coal. We would need the lungs to feed the flame, and preferably some kind of stonework. To be perfectly honest, if you can get those other items, I think you can. I think we can make them ourselves.
yes.
I can't remember if I can bring other people into the dream or not. So that's.
I was gonna say, could I do this inside your lamp? Like, could I craft inside?
I don't know.
So I mean, I guess it would depend on how much you're trying to like put in there and how big it is. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, it's big enough. It's a 20-foot radius. So.
Oh yeah.
40, holy crap!
It's 40 foot. It's 40-foot diameter. So.
Yeah, well, I'd definitely say that you'd have enough room. That's for sure. And I mean, there's nothing in the book that I'm aware of for building like a blacksmithing shop for an example. So if I were to just base it off of the common trading post that's in the book, it would cost you 5,000 gold and it would take 60 days. While you have people working on it for you, kind of thing. But if you're just looking to purchase certain materials such as the anvil forge and you already have a lot of the tools, then I would imagine it being significantly cheaper.
Sorry, 5,000 gold would be for what exactly?
Building a trading post. I was seeing if there was a point where I could work off of building strongholds and downtime activity.
Okay.
But I mean that'd be I guess the closest thing, because everything else is an outpost, fort, guild hall, things that I don't really feel fit that description.
The main thing you need more than anything else is just being able to create a fire that's consistent and hot enough to melt metal. That's all you need from a forge, really.
Right.
And an anvil or something even that you can strike the metal on. Those are the two
Yeah.
things you really need. And the
Well,
thing, I think you have create bonfire, so
Mhm.
you have a portable fire at all times.
oh yeah.
Um,
Well, I was gonna say let's see if we can grab these things before we leave town in the morning, and then take it from there.
Yeah, I'll
I
say I don't think anyone's gonna be like selling a forge.
yeah.
Well, no,
Like,
but I could buy an anvil and the air, woofers or whatever you call them, and stuff like that.
The woofers, yes. So that we can roll down the street and play our sick music and let them all know. There was a joke there. I just didn't make it in time.
The components of a forge. I mean, I'm sure.
if you want an anvil, we'll call it 40 gold.
Okay.
If you would like something, I guess, a bit more primitive, as like just like a flat stone or something of that nature, you can obviously take your chances trying to find one, but you can purchase one. Uh, you'll know that it'll be a little bit more difficult to work with, but it's definitely more cost efficient.
I'll spend the money on an anvil.
Okay.
40 gold. What else do I need?
I mean, if we're talking about like a stone forge kind of thing, I'd imagine like some stone and then like I think they're called like a bellow.
Bellows, that's the
Yeah.
word. I called them lungs.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're basically the lungs to like keep the fire burning hot. And the only other thing I can think of is like whatever kind of materials to burn, and then also water or some way to cool the object.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so anvil, got it. I just bought that, and then the billows is the. You
I'll
said that's
just
the
I'll
surface.
just give like a round amount gold because no one's gonna be
Okay.
selling this like in like
Yeah.
a completed aspect, but you can get all the parts and everything that you would know that would need to construct
Yeah.
a forge. You can spend anywhere I would imagine between like probably 75 to 500 gold depending on how you wanted to go about it.
Mm-hmm. I think I would need to use some of my funds or from the gym to do that, but
Yeah, we don't
or
want to do that.
yeah, maybe we can do that in Lahles, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like, I mean, to be perfectly honest, like, I'm just spitballing a number here. I have no idea. Like, I'm just imagining like a stone forge in my mind and the materials you would kind of need. And I mean, the like rocks and everything aren't going to be that expensive, but you're definitely going to need like a good amount of them. And I mean, if you were able to substitute other things like Kadir had suggested with the bonfire thing, then you might be able to even forego the cost. You just need to heat it up. You don't really need
right.
the whole thing because you're not protecting a structure.
Mm-hmm.
A structure that retains heat would definitely help. But I feel like maybe we can figure this out.
Yeah.
Sure. Sorry.
We can just buy the anvil and then figure out the rest as we go.
All right.
Can I make the leather working roll to see about the spear for my good pal?
Yep. I was gonna ask you which part did you want to go about first, depending on like exactly how you were making it. If you're only using the Umber Hulk parts, then yeah, leatherworking.
I'm using the Umber Hulk parts, and I'm going to fasten them to the quarterstaff in a manner that turns it into a spear.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, leatherworking.
The mandibles as a point. It'll probably have like a cool serration towards the tip of the spear. So.
Okay.
So what were my tools? Were they +1s or 2s or nothing?
You don't know until you use them.
All right, so I'm about to make the roll.
Yep.
The dreadful -10 tools.
All right, I'm just gonna roll, and then you can add whatever you want onto it, I guess. Please don't roll like shit for once.
Nope.
That wasn't bad.
Okay. I'm gonna just need to check the time, but you'll know like the total time it'll take you to do it. But with the 8 hours obviously taking off from the night, you'll know from working with the tools this night, like everything seems to just be a little bit smoother. The cuts are more precise, like where you're crimping and pressing some of the tusk in order to just like kind of shape it in the manner that you exactly need. You'll get the you'll learn eventually that these are a +2/+2 leatherworking set. So that is
Nice.
actually a 16.
Nice.
Nice.
So like I said, I'll get back to you on the time, just to like get us moving, but we'll make sure I record everything for you.
And I would like to extract poison from the 8. I assume you want a poisonous kit for that.
Yes, please.
I assume it was dexterity. I'm not really sure what to be roll. Oh, it's a good roll no matter what.
Nice.
And you are able to abstract. Let me get my dice. Ooh, nice. You're able to abstract like a decent amount, just from like judging it. The vial that I'm guessing that you're using to place in the poison, you could dip in almost a quiver's full of arrows.
Oh. How many arrows is the quiver?
20.
Okay.
1. Haha.
Yeah, I have no idea. I guess I have 2 quivers then, because I have 44 arrows, but I guess I have to have 2 quivers.
Yeah, like I imagine it's like, I mean, it's doable. Definitely a little difficult to hold 2 quivers, but like anything over that amount would be a hindrance for sure.
Yeah, but Katia,
Yes.
you have that magic thing where you can store things, right?
I do, but it is, how you say, it is limited.
Oh, so you can't hold 20 arrows for me?
It can.
I guess I can just throw them on the wagon for now, because this is a good point.
I can only access the dream a limited number of times. It takes
Oh.
much power to cross over to the other realm.
I see. I'll just keep them in the wagon for now.
I would. Well, thank you.
It'll be 24 hours to get it done. Taking off a bit of the time if you're using the quarterstaff that you'd already crafted. We'll say that from your judgment, after making like starting to work on like the spearhead, you'll need about 12 hours more to like get this completed. So not too long.
Okay. Nice.
But if nothing else, each of you can, begin to hear knocks at your door from Jeeves. It's time to get going. The day awaits. Eventually.
Oh, we'll be right there, Master Jeeves.
Eventually, everyone makes their way, meets up with Jeeves, and as instructed, needing to meet outside of the city walls. Guessing that's exactly where you're going, and then heading out from there. So Jeeves, the only thing he mentions as everyone kind of like loads up in like the wagon, loading wares and everything of that manner, wasn't sure what to do with all of these spears and such. I figured you had a plan for them.
Spears and such?
Oh yes, they look like an ape put them together.
That doesn't help me at all.
And he's will just gesture towards the spears, hide armor, shields, and other things that you had collected and put it in to the wagon from the mine.
I didn't. I could have
Maybe
sworn we sold everything. I don't have any of this marked down.
give it away to the kids. They don't need it.
It's like now, now that everyone knows they're rich, it's like give it to the children, please.
Here, kid, go play with this gun. Like,
I mean, it's a little different than that, thankfully, but
How much could a banana cost?
Yeah, this is
10 gold
actually
pieces?
all from the knolls that you
Yeah.
loaded up.
you're right. In that case, that is something we should have. But I mean, to be perfectly honest, we don't need it for the trip back. So,
All right,
mean-
so if you want to sell it, I'll give you a number in a little bit. I'll need time to tally it up, but I can just hawk it for you. We can say
Yeah.
like Jeeves got rid of it for you the night before when he asked you
And-
if there was anything that needed to be taken care of.
could I just dump 250 gold and grab the diamonds?
You'll find that the only place that you can get any of the diamonds is at the guild hall. The amount that they're asking for is going to be they'll let you know that it is normally 350, but since you have a little bit of renown with the guild completing in some task and gaining Samira's favor, she will offer it to you for 275 gold.
Done. No negotiation. Done.
Then everyone meets up outside the walls and begins to make their way.
Yep.
Yep.
Fun fact: 250 gold is exactly how much you need in case you need to res someone. Revivify.
You know,
300.
making your way out, you'll see Orth and Nalra in a decent group, sized group of whom you can all easily assume to be guild members. And Orth will say, "It's about time you all showed up." Nalra will add on with, "Well, you know, they did get in after quite a long journey and quite the adventure from what we had heard. Well then, are we all ready to begin heading out?"
Yes,
Yes.
I believe we are.
Master Jeeves, let's go.
Who's
Yes.
a quick question? Who's at the head of the 50-man platoon?
Orth, the Orth Rapid Vigor.
Nice. If you didn't use one of those two, I would have been upset. Like, oh yeah, it's this nameless character you don't know.
No, Samira asked specifically that they lead this company with you, and the one thing that I'd like to point out as each of you are beginning to make your way out of the city of Mido, and I'll just move you to right here for now, and then what I'll ask while I'm explaining this is for you to draw me a path so I know exactly where to move the token.
You shouldn't let me draw the path, so it's going to get silly.
As you all are making your way out and beginning your journey back to Lahles, Naldra will say, "Well, you should all find it quite nice. It seems that you've won over her favor, and well, by sending some of her more trusted officers along in the beginning endeavor, we are prepared for, well, heavy casualties, to say the least, if all the stories you've portrayed to be true."
Yes, but I assure you, the casualties will. Well, I am sure you will have no trouble making the casualties to the snakes and not ourselves.
You're drawing from the wrong city, I think.
Yep, that's
So,
Moga.
we're in Mito, not Moga.
Yeah, me know. Yeah. Damn it.
We're going
I knew
all the
that.
way up. We're going all the way to Moga, and then it's like, hey, we have a
Well,
fifth platoon.
we still follow the road as much as we can, right? And then we go like this, and then follow the water.
So who wants to go out and conquer shit?
Maybe we'll find our hobgoblin, or should I say, knobgoblin friend.
You know, this game all of a sudden it was D&D and then it became Mountain Blade. I don't know what happened. It's like,
All right, so which way are we really going?
What? The second one I drew was the correct one. Why did you?
I would imagine we're taking the same path that we took to get here.
Yeah, follow the road. I mean,
I don't think we even did that. I think we did almost a straight shot from here to the
did?
forest.
Yeah,
and
you
then
guys went
up
to like Goldshire and then went straight here.
But now we have an army with us, right? We need to use roads as much as we can. Also, go to slow.
Well, I mean, are they like on horses or like? I mean, I don't know what the terrain is. Is it just open field?
Are they marching?
Yes, most of them are marching. The only two that have mounts are the two leading Nalro North.
So the path that the blue path. So I would suggest following the road north, so that we move quickly, and then following the river all the way to Lahles. Reason I suggest that is because crossing a desert with an army is a good way to dehydrate and or starve. If we follow the water, there's a larger chance that we'll have supplies and water for the army. Done. Or at least that's my suggestion.
That's basically what I suggested as well before. So
yeah, I thought it was actually like one full line, and there was like a lot of like turning back and going different directions. So I thought you were just fucking with me.
No.
Plus, following the road, following the water line means we're less likely to get lost. It means we're more likely to find animals, stay hydrated, and also quickly travel. Because I don't know if y'all march across or move across sand that often, but it fucking sucks. It takes so much more effort to move when you move across sand, especially if it sinks.
Yeah.
So,
No, the following the river makes total sense. We're gonna scare the shit out of those villages, probably marching.
Oh god,
army.
yes.
The villages to the north. Yeah.
We just need more rangers, so it's not a problem.
It's I would suggest staying away from Unzeder, the town right in this location.
I'm sure.
Stay to the outside. No reason to spook them, as you had said, but also there have been reports of drow up in the area.
What is the definition of a group? Can a group be like 60 people?
I guess, yeah.
Just like my ranger thing says, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group down. Groups travel. Sorry.
Yep, which is why you gotta move through the desert a bit quicker.
So we can just move in the direct line as fast as. But let's just do the river thing. It makes more sense.
For the sake of the ranger, usually that piece right there, it doesn't refer to difficult terrain on a map. I think it just refers to map travel specifically.
Oh, that could be true.
So like terrain travel.
Yeah.
So like the time because in all the books it gives you very specific timelines. Like for the Abyss book, it tells you how long it takes to move through the Underdark, or in Ice how long it takes to move across snow, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I did the same kind of thing when we had played the Blight story, tested that out before, Trace. Like when you move through like snow, it like hindered your travel.
Yeah, true. But we didn't have rain there though.
Yeah, but I mean, unless like you're was it just difficult terrain, or did it fall under like your favorite thing?
No, this is just natural explorer. But yeah,
okay.
I guess the group is too big anyways. I assume.
I think it makes more sense, like personally, to go with the survival thing. But that's your guys' call.
Well, we just follow that road anyways, no matter what.
Yeah, I think this is a good path if everyone agrees.
We just go like a mile south of that town, scaring every sand.
So
straight through it.
Get to about this location before like the end of the day.
That's not so bad.
Let me check. Can each of you roll me a perception check as you are making your way down the road?
Are we good to use magic here? Is this past the threshold?
Yes.
Okay.
During the day, I would like to be continuing in the wagon, working on the spear still.
All right. Well, then no perception check for you.
That's fine.
There we go. My rolls are finally not
Return.
awful. I swear, Mito's a cursed rolling area.
It kind of was. I rolled a 23 on the spear.
I'll make sure that I copy down everyone's information, but I need Onyx's roll for perception. So each of you see, as you're making your way down with this company of guild members, a woman, female human, in a bit of rough of an appearance, making her way down the road.
Ooh.
She'll look up and you can see that her face has been a bit battered, clothes look a bit torn, and a bit of sadness is seen upon her face. And then I will copy down the information for your spear on the 19th. It's just 4 more hours with that. Or, well, it'll be, 4 more hours by the end of the day. This will be... I'm sorry, what was that, Onyx?
How far away was she?
She was about 60 feet away as you all were making your way down the road. Not too far. You can see a good amount of detail about her. She seems pretty non-threatening.
Huh.
But that's where we're going to go ahead and leave it for the night.
GG.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to make sure I copy this down correctly. With the, fixing some of the amends and getting some help for Lahles and fulfilling your quest that you had sent out with Bragdar, whether or not it is, the way Bragdar would have seemed fit with some of the conversations you had or not, it was completed, and that is the main part. So with that and your recap and the RP tonight, go ahead and do this plus that for the RP plus this for and each will receive 625 experience.
Boo. Not 1100.
So we're at, what was that, 6,025?
Yep.
And
We're getting there. Honestly, we're closer than I thought.
Yes, and with the 5,400 that you had previously, we'll put you at 6,025 out of the 6,500 needed for that level 5.
I can almost guarantee you that we will be level 5 by the time we get there.
Oh yeah,
That's
even with just base experience.
I'm plus we're gonna roll through that fucking Dro town like fucking thunder, so it's like, I know you all said we're not going to, but I smell a quest.
Yeah, so do I.
Is that a quest?
By the way, Carl, have you ever noticed something about the way you say something? Like when you say, you always say the race and then the sex of something. when it's human, you always say male human, female human. But if it's another race, you say it the other way around. You say gnome female.
Nope, didn't notice.
Never would have noticed that.
I found that funny.
I can't wait to finish this sick ass spear.
I can't either. It sounds like a dope idea. I'm gonna have Lady Luxor draw a spear that I can add into Rekid's portrait.
It sounds like a good experience.
You go home.
Well, anyone have anything to say before we sign off and get out of here?
Trace is a bad man.
Aw,
Signa, sorry.
I gave you 200 gold.
Yes, you did. Actually, thank you sincerely.
Dang.
Welcome.
I'm taking commitment. Apparently,
Instantly felt bad. I heard it in the voice. You're like, yeah, actually, you did.
it's gonna take. I'm looking at it though. It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. But I think there's some other things that we can make happen first. And what's great about it is I have nothing but time because I do not sleep. So, Kyle, I think you've actually balanced that out pretty well, everything considered, because doing this without having as much time to do it would take forever. So even in plus the fact that things actually cost a lot kind of creates
Sorry.
Wait, you have the amulet of the drunkard.
I
Nice.
was just clicking around. I don't actually have that.
That would be a sick fucking item for you though.
In theory, I appreciate like what I try to take into consideration, Kadir, like, with the the information that you know from like what it takes to craft. Like if you're like trying to buy magic items, not only like are they like rare in just like the essence that not every shop will have one kind of thing, but it does take a lot of time and gold to make them. So if you do happen to come across some, while they may not be as powerful as you would hope, they're still going to be quite costly.
Yeah. Yeah, we noticed that. I was surprised how much the +1 and +2 weapons ended up being, because even, I mean, think of that, like we've made +1 and +2 items just kind of like ditzing around.
Yeah, you definitely have an advantage with not sleeping, so it definitely goes by a bit quicker. But for the normal person, that's a week's worth of work or more.
Like I can tell you that when this character retires, he's probably just going to end up making and selling magic items. And then I don't
don't
know.
blame you. I would also like to think of what you had brought up earlier. You guys making like a guild of your own, and maybe your guild hall is like your dream place, so your guild hall is always moving, in a sense.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, if my character reaches a high enough level, it will be better than that. I can't. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I have better ideas than that.
Yeah, I was just thinking. I was like, man, like they could actually do a lot of cool things with this. Like I said, I can't remember off the top of my head. Like for like one thing that you brought up, like if you can bring another person there, for an example. But I mean, for what it is and the amount of room, like you definitely have a potential to do a lot with it. So
if I reach level 14, I gain access to a limited wish spell.
Nice. So I just got to kill you before then. Got it.
Yeah, that's if you're gonna do it before level 14, or actually 15, because I crossed.
The multi-class, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But this is the only warlock that gets access to the wish spell.
Nice.
Actually, it's what's cool about this warlock is it gets access to more wish spells than any other class, because I can use the limited wish spell or the actual wish spell. And I have access to both. And they're each on separate cooldowns.
Nice. Well,
That's a lot.
I look forward into getting into like a little bit later, and I'm also kind of excited with I know it may seem like a lot, but just having like those extra paths to take and not necessarily feeling like, like this is the quest you have to complete, for an example, and giving you other options and just seeing how you guys go about it, trying to manage the time and things of that nature, and then also just the paths that you choose. So, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed tonight's session. I know it was definitely all RP and a bit of like just like a miscellaneous task. But if anyone has anything they'd like to say before we get out of here, go ahead and get us out for tonight.
I noticed we had a couple more viewers than we normally do. I just wanted to thank everyone for hanging along. I hope you had as much fun as we did.
I'm just glad to
Yeah.
be back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm happy to be playing again.
Yeah.
It felt
been too
weird.
long.
I'm not gonna lie. Like that first week off, I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta get." Oh wait, no, we don't have a game today.
Yeah.
You just instinctively start writing.
Yeah. It like
Well,
sucks not
I
playing
did a
when you
lot
need
of
to.
writing, and then I also, which I'm looking forward to getting in with you guys, is I bought more. Well, not more, but I bought a map program that I can get quite a bit more detailed with the maps. So I've been remaking, like battle maps and things of that nature for the campaigns.
Nice.
Not to mention,
Sweet.
I should have new music for the stream coming out. I should have some updates this weekend.
Sick.
So we'll see how that goes. Anybody else?
No.
Looking
I
forward to tomorrow.
Me too. Y'all are fucked.
Thanks.
Other than that, affiliates up in the top left. You can find all their links down below in the descriptions. If you enjoyed tonight and feel like hanging around for some more D&D content, please do drop a follow. Got a YouTube, Twitter, all that kind of stuff. Join up and figure out when this session's and the stream's going live. And for the YouTube, obviously, just being able to watch it whenever the fuck you want. So, everyone have a good night, and see some of you tomorrow. If not, hopefully see some of you next week. Bye.
Cool.
Matt, he is gonna put it up your butt.